You recording? Hey everyone. I wanted to bring you just a little demonstration today. I know you always hear me talk about the stuff that I brew, kombucha. It's just a fermented tea, and it is really, really super yummy. A lot of people say it's very vinegary tasting. I brew my own. I love it. It's much cheaper. It's like $4 a bottle when you buy it in the store, and I can, brew this for a little bit of nothing. So anyway, what brews the kombucha is something called a SCOBY. SCOBY. It stands for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast. And the reason I wanted to bring in this demonstration today is I know a lot of people hear us Plexus ambassadors talk about yeast overgrowth in your system and how you need to stay away from sugar and all that, and that the yeast in your gut can become an overgrowth issue if you consume a lot of processed foods, sugar, alcohol, caffeine, all that stuff. Just the yeast in your system feeds off of that, and if you have an overgrowth, that's all it consumes. It doesn't consume anything else. It doesn't want you to eat veggies. It doesn't want you to eat, all the good stuff that's healthy for you, because it doesn't like that. It wants sugar. That's its main source of fuel. So if you consume a lot of sugars, it's just continuing to grow. So here is I'm going to show you. I'm going to take this out. This is my large thing of kombucha here. So what this SCOBY thrives on also is sugar. I have to give this big jar here 2 cups of sugar when I start the brew process. And it takes about 3 to 4 days for that sugar to pretty much be gone. This SCOBY here, which is what this is, I'm taking out of the jar, will pretty much consume that sugar, 2 cups of sugar, in 3 to 4 days. So this is the SCOBY that I started with on the bottom here that you can see. This is kind of like rubber. It's very very slick and slimy, and it's kind of like rubber. And then this one here on top, this is what just formed when I brewed this last batch. So this is basically what it's like sugar. Basically, it's all it eats is sugar. So this is the SCOBY. You see all the black stuff here on the back. That's all good stuff. It's just yeast trindles that have formed. The only time that it would be bad is if it had green fuzzy mold on it like you get on bread. So that would be the only time I would toss it out. So what is left after it's done its thing, and it's been brewing for about 20 days now, what's left is this wonderful fermented tea that has extremely low amounts of sugar in it. It the SCOBY even consumes some of the caffeine, so there's not much caffeine in this at all. This is brewed with green and black tea. I like mine with a mixture of both. So what's left is just a fermented tea that is just full of probiotics and good yeast that can go back into the system. So when us Plexus ambassadors say all the time you need to be on a probiotic, there's a reason for it. It's so that it can consume and get rid of this stuff that's in your system. All the bad stuff, even though this for kombucha is good stuff. So when we say you need to be on a probiotic, that's why. And I know a lot of people say, well, why are you drink this stuff if you're already on a probiotic? This right here has completely different probiotics in it than what I get from my Plexus probiotic, and it also has good yeast in it. So anything good that you can get into your system, and the more forms of it good that you can get into your system, the better off you are. Also, a lot of people are concerned about alcohol content because it can get alcohol content depending on how you brew it. This is brewed with cheesecloth on top, or not cheesecloth on top, excuse me, just a cloth on top. Cheesecloth, fruit flies would get in, and we don't want that. So anyway, this is just brewed with this. So it forms a seal. The SCOBY forms a seal, but it doesn't form such an airtight seal that it's going to produce alcohol. And you would have to consume about 10 kombuchas anyway in one day or at one time to get any kind of buzz off of it. And there's not much caffeine left in it either. So the only 2 people in my house that drink this are me and Ellie. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this to you really quick. Just a little demonstration on the kombucha, and also why you need a probiotic. Hope y'all have a good day.